double
First
duty
set.
for both today. It's a physical effort.
Rafael Nadal to serve.
Nadal back on this court once again.
Ready.
Bidding for a spot
Play.
tomorrow's semi-finals. Nick Lester, Robbie Koenig here with you.
Lovely team.
When I first saw Kyrgios play, I was concerned about the backhand that wouldn't hold up. It is sneaky good. It stays low. Very difficult to attack if it hits a normal strike on it.
Winner here in 2013, the year, of course, he went on to win the US Open. The double, winning both of the Masters 1000s that summer. That is some injection of pace, and it most certainly caught Nadal by surprise.
That's what I'm talking about, just that short take back. Backhand has always got good natural depth on it. And Kyrgios knows the formula. Get the better of Nadal. That backhand cross-court, hard and deep. Even better when you can hit it flat. Saw what kind of success Novak had against Rafa with that shot.
What a start. A couple of questions answered from Kyrgios in that opening game. And he strikes the first blow here.
Yeah, Mum was out of her seat there applauding Nick. Didn't miss a ball in that game. And of course, if he's ground stroking that well, that's good news. But look how well he's been defending the second serve this week. And great variation of it, mixing it, hitting a couple of body serves as well, and winning a lot of points behind the second serve. You can see, in fact, the worst he's been is out wide on the ad side. And apart from that, the range of speed on the second serve has been anything from around 90 to 125 miles an hour.
It's actually come down as the tournament has progressed.
Of course, defending the second serve depends on the quality of the serve, variation of it. That's what he's done so well against Goffin. Was right up there. You can see he was going for broke a lot against Dolgopolov, average of 105. Today, this morning against Kolovic, just 90. Giving Eva no pace to feed off.
unforced errors this afternoon than we expected from Nadal, and it's
30-11.
a similar story already as we see Mum. Matt Reed there, good friend.
You can
see the people behind the court when Kyrgios plays. They're just watching and waiting for something to happen. Coach won't be too happy with the way Rafa started yet.
Game chaos. Kyrgios leads 2 games to 11.
Kyrgios doesn't have a coach. It's a subject of much conjecture as to who would want that job. Sebastian Grosjean was part of things, wasn't he, for a little while this year? I'm not entirely sure if that's still going on.
He trained a little bit out of the Everett Academy, and Grosjean does a bit of work down there in Boca. That's where Seb lives.
Love 15.
Forced errors. Climbing very quickly for Nadal. Already a handful.
Love 13.
You can't hardly find the court at the moment.
Finally, they hit his first winner. This is unbelievable.
15-14.
Once again, Kyrgios going flat and hard to the Nadal forehand, and it's paying dividends.
It's a little more like it though. Got a reward off the serve, something he hasn't been able to achieve so far.
13-14.
I mean, these are like virtual set points, are they already? And we're only 2 and a bit games in. Kyrgios goes up a double break the way he's been serving this week. Set is done and dusted. Nadal's got to hang on in here.
He didn't do enough with the drop shot. Kyrgios' movement was stellar. And would you believe it? 9 minutes on the board. Double break already secured. Kyrgios in charge at 3-love. Well, if you've just tuned in and you're looking at the score, you might think Kyrgios has been lights out, but it really hasn't been the case, Rob, so far, has it?
No,
It's been a case of Nadal being well below par. Kyrgios has taken his chances, And here he is, a double break to the good.
7 unforced errors already from Nadal, and a sprinkling of both backhand and forehand unforced. And Ro's just coming in now. Already missed half a set.
As Robbie was saying, it's not too often Kyrgios has a double break lead and fails to shut the gates on a set. He's opening the shoulders.
He is sending a strong message.
Mr. Nadal is setting the call on the left baseline. The ball was called in.
The kind of message that Nadal often sends to opponents at the start of the match. Timely vamoses. We've seen Nick give a couple of come-ons. Extra bit of grunt on the serve and on that particular forehand.
40-11.
That was 141.
Mr. Nadal has 2 challenges remaining.
Averaging 135 miles an hour so far. I mean, that's unbelievable. Not liking that, suggesting it's a little disrespectful to Nadal. Could have done anything with that shot, but that's what you get when Kyrgios is on the court.
He follows it up in good style.
Kyrgios leads 4 games to 11.
Is that disrespectful, or is that just what you get with Nick? For me, it's what you get with Nick.
It is.
You know, he is, I guess in a way, he's just showing Nadal that I'm completely dominating you. I can do whatever I want. What it is going to do is get the crowd right behind Nadal, big time. Of course they want to see a meaningful contest here. They want these guys to be out here for 2.5 hours.
That sort of play goes against everything that Nadal stands for, doesn't it? His whole ethos, it's a completely alien concept to him, that sort of behavior.
40-11.
It doesn't mean it's...
No, I'm not saying it is.
But I know there's a lot of people that will criticize for it. It's just there's different ways to play a sport. To skin a cat, you said it beautifully, there's different ways to get to the top of the mountain.
Look at that.
He's taking a page out of Federer's book there.
Nadal's on the board. His ego's been a little bruised though so far, as Kyrgios has taken a 4-1 lead here after just 14 minutes. It's been eventful. Positively sprinting out towards his corner again. His support group down that end. Kyrgios 4-1. Missed the 3 first serves so far. Uncomfortable. Nadal standing very, very deep as well. Look where he is.
Love.
Put a foot wrong, finding the back of the line there. I reckon if Nadal looks back at his career, that's the one shot that has come and gone quite a bit, is the second serve return, Nick. He's never quite made up his mind whether he wants to stand up on a hard court, whether he wants to be deep, and what is the most effective. He was courtside for a bit of the Ramos Vinales match, and again he was experimenting, trying to find a comfortable medium.
Nothing comfortable about so far though here, is there?
Kyrgios is bruising angles and egos at the moment.
His battle, as we said, between the ultimate percentage player in many ways against a man who is so many aspects cut from a completely different cloth in the way he approaches this sport. Shot. He has run through Nadal's serve. And if there wasn't a net, it'd still be running.
Love 15.
Well, I thought you were going to stop at Nadal. He is running through him, period.
Second serve is being punished at the moment.
15.
He won 1 of 8 points behind him.
That's an important shot for him, right there. A hard court especially.
He's going to build some confidence back into this match. You need a few more of those.
I love his court position there.
Game. Nadal. New ball
Kyrgios has
speed.
come to play. And Nadal it is. It grabs just his second game of this match.
Kyrgios leads 5 games to 2.
There's a stern look on his face, isn't there? Very defeat to 18-year-old last week.
Time.
Shapovalov. Shock to the system for Nadal. He was very subdued in his post-match press conference after that. Almost totally disappointed with the way he performed. Slow start to this one, and Kyrgios serving for the first set.
Left.
Fireworks going off. Kings Island, of course, always at 10 o'clock here.
Is Nick hitting those things into the air?
Feels like it.
Just the second point Kyrgios has lost on serve.
How is Nadal going to change his approach here? We know he's trying. It's given.
Yeah, I think
How's he changing the approach?
He's just got to make more balls. He made so many unforced errors early on. He really did hand the momentum to Nick. So, again, just make the Australian play.
Body
30 on.
swerve that ball out.
Fireworks.
Spectacular in the distance. Rafael just asking what it was all about.
Taking the timing of the come
14,
on.
that's it.
Just letting Nadal know.
Let. First service. Game and first set.
What an opening set from the Australian. It's been a strange old summer, but it might be about to take a significant turn for the better. 25 minutes, the top seed, and the world #1 on Monday is down 6-2.
Full house, and it has been buzzing since the start of this match 27 minutes ago. Shocking to see how quickly Kyrgios was able to get out, because a lot of speculation around the grounds. I know you talked to a lot of people, I did too, Robbie, about the fact that maybe Nick was compromised with the left hip, that it might slow him up, particularly because he played earlier today, then it would cool off. But he was right out of the blocks. I'm not sure who was more shell-shocked, the crowd or Rafael Nadal himself. I mean, the arm took no time to warm up for Kyrgios. 137 a couple times, 138, 139, averaging 132 miles per hour from the line. The only little blip that seemed to almost offer just a slow leak out of all of that momentum for Kyrgios was that strange, curious play between the legs.
Yeah, but that's Nick. You know, some people say it's disrespectful.
Second set.
That's what you get with Nick. You know, not everybody plays the game the same way. And
Nadal.
already social media has been awry with a lot of comments, but I disagree. Not everybody plays the game the same. Depth from both players in that rally. Much better from Rafael, rather than missing in the net early on like he did on several occasions.
Rafa on his back foot a lot of that opening set, and seemed to be trying to guide that backhand up the line. It seemed a better ploy to maybe try to go cross court to Kyrgios' forehand a time or two to find some rhythm.
That's perfect. A well-struck shot doesn't deviate on its path. Length on his ground strokes has been impeccable this evening.
Nadal wasn't very pleased with his performance, particularly from the forehand wing in the previous round against Ramos. Even though he walked away with a victory, he expressed a bit of disgust in the fact that he couldn't control and be more aggressive from that side. Starting to shore up a bit here, and this would be a big step in the right direction. I know you would agree, Robbie, because just to get out of the gates and erase the memory of those opening 25 minutes.
And get the crowd involved. They want to get behind him, but he's got to give them something to cheer about. Try to help him when he was already 4-love down in that opening set, but it was pretty much done and dusted.
Game Nadal.
Well, the top seed does his part to try to erase the memories of the better part of the first half hour. And he's got himself out in front for the first time.
Speaking about, we know how well Nick has served in this match. We spoke about the numbers, but he's also been hitting his groundies so well. Look at Kyrgios' shot placement. Look at that depth this evening. The vast majority of the shots in that green zone, fair few in the yellow zone. But not only has he been serving big, but his length on his ground strokes has been suffocating Nadal, especially when he slaps his backhand cross court to Nadal's forehand on the left of your screen there.
Beautiful night in Cincinnati. The best weather conditions throughout the week. Perfect on the court here at center. No wind to speak of. Just the gale force winds that Nadal was feeling from those opening 15-20 minutes as everything was just flying right at him and past him.
It's just one step ahead of everything that Nadal's offered up.
30-love.
Just close down this angle, looking for the bunt up the line.
Packed house on a Friday night. Capacity to see the top seed and soon to be #1 again. 9 years to the day since he ascended to the Emirates ATP World #1 for the first time. Rafael Nadal this date.
Let for service.
In 3 days time it'll be week number 142. Took some of the pressure off, I think, Robbie, from the speculation of the week of what could have been if everybody who was meant to show up and vie for the #1 position, speaking of course of Roger Federer, and Nadal didn't have to ask questions all week long. Not concerning the #1 position, but now focusing on a Masters 1000 event that he's won just once before, 4 years ago. Having to do double duty as his opponent tonight in order to reach the semifinals.
Yeah, Kyrgios.
He's been registering high in the 130s today. 131 there for his 5th ace.
For service.
Just a little deviation on the net, fortunately. got the racket. There's that shot again that Nadal has to use a little more often. And I like that one because it didn't hit it that close to the line. Not as much side spin as normal. Still an aggressive shot, but to a safe target. He's got to play out of that comfort zone of the forehand cross court.
They're muted somewhat in the opening set. You can understand why. Things got off to such a quick start for Kyrgios. Never really were able to engage this crowd. And they seem to be rejuvenated just a bit midway through. The aforementioned odd time tweener by Kyrgios, and that's had the crowd just sort of sitting. They started to titter a little bit, start to feel a little bit more engaged, and they've been waiting to erupt. Give the top seed a little bit of a boost. He's giving you something to cheer about here. This is a brilliant start in comparison to what happened with his dismantling in set number 1.
Already four forehand winners in this set thus far. And some decent serving to go with it. Always a heady cocktail.
Nadal leads 2 games to 1.
Top seed out front, and as he tries to come back from a set down in Cincinnati. Well, tennis fan, there's a lot of reasons why people the last couple of years has been saying, watch Nick Kyrgios. He is a talent to behold, and he exhibited throughout the opening 25 minutes. Australians hoping that maybe 2017 is the year where all the focus starts to come together. The skills coalesce. After a difficult patch earlier in the summer, it does indeed seem as he's got this steam engine rolling. He's about to run right over soon to be again world number 1.
That shot up well. Seeing go cross court a lot to the Nadal backhand with his forehand. Great players seem to have this instinct about when to change things up. Just a feel they have for the situation.
Let for service.
He's been looking for that big serve down the middle a fair bit now. Wouldn't be surprised if Kyrgios tries to slide one wide.
Tent was there.
Didn't hear. Behind you? I keep an eye on it. I didn't hear it from the chair. 30-14.
Nick asked in the chair whether or not there was a call that came out, whether that might have influenced him.
No, I think there was somebody behind that.
Yes.
Might have been talking to him during the point.
Fair enough.
Chirping him.
Trouble for the first time against this serve. Kyrgios had been brilliant. First chance for Rafa.
I'm not sure with that gesture of Nadal's whether he actually hit his shoe on the way through to executing the forehand. He doesn't miss too many of those inside outs.
Looking to supply just a little lift to himself as he's in uncharted territory for this match, feeling the pressure of Nadal's return. It really came down to a couple of double faults and an unforced error that got him in the trouble, but he's extricated himself. And finishes the job. And bellows at the end. Looks up for 2-all.
Of all the players that I've watched, I'm trying to think who Nick reminds me of the most, and probably it's Sampras-like his game. It is so explosive. He's got such a live arm. The serve, forehand is obviously different, but still, he gives that thing a good smack, and he wants to. Kind of player who, unlike Nadal, want to beat you 6-love in a set. Nick's happy just to get one break. He knows that more often than not, that's going to be good enough. And for Sampras to win 4-4, you know, Agassi would have beaten the same opponent 11-love.
A nod towards conserving a bit of energy and just trying to do enough to get across the line.
Absolutely, absolutely. Whereas Nadal, every single point matters. Again, just a different approach. The way Agassi's approach was different to Pete's.
As was his approach to life. This is a stage where you just have to wonder. You're just going to keep an eye out for Kyrgios here. I wonder if he'll pull out the rush on the return. Try to shake Nadal up a bit here. Try to saber against Karlovic earlier in the day. Didn't work, but gave it a look. Again in the opening set. Gave it a shot.
The shot he's got to make here on a hard court. I'm a big believer of the forehand down the line. Such an important shot for Rafa. Thought he was starting to find the range early on in the set, but he's missed an important one there.
Kyrgios in the driver's seat now. Lights out performance opening
Kyrgios
set.
leads 3 games to 2.
And now he has the upper hand in what could be the decider. #1 in trouble in the Natty. Opportunity to get through to the semifinals of a Masters 1000 event, as he has had good success already this year, but certainly this would be maybe perhaps unexpected and a very welcome result for so many reasons.
Take your seat, please.
Breaks for 3-2, second set.
Thank you.
Facing the top seed, former champion, the only one remaining in the draw at the start of quarterfinals day, 2013 Rafael Nadal, and this is where Kyrgios wants to start producing the big kick.
So with mixed ground strokes, he gives you such different looks.
15 love.
The forehand, it's a heavy ball, a lot of spin. Backhand much flatter, changes the pace a lot more on the backhand. Always changing the contact point for the opponents. This Kyrgios is an average topspin backhand. Look at the spin rate there. 1 in 4. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, and you compare it to the likes of Nadal and some of the other players on tour. Stan Wawrinka. Nadal, in fact, nearly 1,000 more revs on his backhand.
30-15.
That's too good. Another line-licking backhand.
14-15.
Just see it hit the fat part and skid through.
Yeah, it's unplayable, isn't it, Kev? There's no revolutions on that. The timing has to be perfect.
Well, there's going to be a bit of buzz. We already mentioned it a couple times, and we'll refrain somewhat unless this match turns around. But the 19th point of the match saw a characteristic shot midway where Kyrgios went between his legs. That's almost tended to turn the crowd against him. But what he's done here today, Robbie, has shown, and particularly this night, coming back from a match earlier in the day, he's really had his hard hat on. He has been focused. There's not been a lot of playing to the crowd. It's been determination to try to get at the #1 seed, and mightily he has.
Well, so far he's just been pummeling Nadal into submission.
He was very animated in the match against Karlovic, playing to the crowd, slapping fives, doing a little dance, twirling his finger now and again because he was feeling it, and that's part of his game. Nadal trying to find that extra space, giving himself some margin there for the forehand to go through, but I dare say this is Kyrgios at his most dangerous because he is fully intent on making this a straight set. It's whooping.
T15.
big difference there when it comes to defending the second serve. That's up.
14-15.
Much better in this set. He's made that first serve. The ability just to change things up. Not only that time is it the flat strike, but it's the pace of the shot.
Now just teeing off. Kyrgios in perfect position just to make Nadal pay. Having to go at that second offering, and this could be calamitous if Nadal can't turn things around here. Simona Halep through to the semifinals.
Advantage, Nadal. Game,
Nadal gets his hold. Now the great champions and true competitors make adjustments when necessary. Nadal's going to need to do so against the serve of Kyrgios that has been wicked off the racket tonight. Says he likes playing in the United States. Kyrgios has enjoyed a quality year, to say the least. Got off to the great start in Indian Wells. First part of the Sunshine Double, reached the quarterfinals. Couldn't answer the bell, though, against Roger Federer.
Thank you.
Made the cross-country trek to Miami. Second Masters 1000 event of the year, and reached the semifinals. That unbelievable match against Federer.
15 left.
3 tie-break sets. Something about playing here on U.S. soil has really reaped major benefits for Kyrgios thus far.
Love.
Serving has been phenomenal.
Hasn't lost a point on his first serve in this set. It's pretty good math when it says 100%, isn't it?
Call it a Nadia last week.
Nadia. Okay. Perfect score.
Where were we?
Comaneci.
You got it.
Montreal. Montreal Olympics. Closing in. Oh, and the good hands. Well, everything working for Kyrgios.
Nadal could have put that through his chest, and Mr. Nice Guy here. He's done well to deal with that forehand.
Again,
And a game away as Kyrgios enjoys this tremendous run. Came out of the blocks firing, loves the big stage. There's no doubt about it. Wants to be the game's ultimate showman. But results will do more for the box office than anything else between the lines. 10-1 this year inside the United States, and one game's all that separates him from pulling off the upset and reaching the last 4 here.
Allow 15.
I mean, Nadal never misses these.
No. 15-30.
Just never been able to get a rhythm, never be able to find his place in this match. Strange to see Nadal so hapless. Circumstance with such gravity for this big tournament, but also when facing somebody who's just had his number time and time again.
It's jaw-dropping stuff from Kyrgios tonight. He's been one step ahead of Nadal all evening. Right out of the blocks.
He's been like a pugilist right out of the corner, throwing lefts, rights, combinations that Nadal has not been able to withstand. 61 minutes to match point for Kyrgios.
(30-40).
He will give blood, sweat and tears. His will to win remains undiluted. Whatever it takes to hang on in here. Oh, that's sensational. The length from both guys from the back of the court there was exquisite.
Advantage, Nadal.
What a ripper that was. Even Nick appreciating the quality of that strike.
Yes. Advantage, Nadal. Game, Nadal.
No concession made by Nadal. Match point has come and gone for Kyrgios for the moment.
Kyrgios leads 5-4.
He'll have the semifinals on his racket in Cincinnati.
Time.
The match that looked lights out. 25-minute opening set and 2 match points already for Kyrgios, but that was against Nadal's serve. A second Masters 1000 semifinal is so close for the Aussie.
50-11.
Well, he's been throwing down the bomb down the middle all evening. I mean, he's hit the vast majority of his aces there, but again, just the clarity of thought from Nick. Not panicking. Knowing the precise moment when to change things up. Kyrgios struggles, I think, a little bit with the movement of late when he's had to move wide on his forehand side.
15-all.
Jaw-dropping stuff. Only way to describe it.
13-15.
Doesn't want to get involved in a long baseline rally. Boomski.
That was a haymaker. A frozen rope at 98 miles per hour. And that arm is starting to look live again.
Using the full width of the court there. His turn to paint the line a couple of times in the rally.
30-all.
Longest rally of the match. Missed a bunch of first serves in this game, and now another double. Double faults in his previous service game.
30-14.
First serves have betrayed him, and Nadal missed out on his only previous chance. He could get on even terms. That's solid. Just such a concerted sense of purpose and execution.
Yes.
Another line drive right through the court.
You hit the nail on the head. It's the composure which he's played the point that is so impressive. Get tight at all. I'm surprised he keeps missing that one. It's an easy serve for him. Slider out wide.
Particularly with Nadal leaning the wrong way.
I'm not sure which was the most impressive part of that point. Was it a second serve? Was it the return from Nadal?
Or was it the bender?
Advantage, Kyrgios.
Another Linda wrong step there from Nick Kyrgios.
Nine minutes since his first opportunity to seal the deal. Try number 3 for the last 4. Trying to convey a sense of belief as Matt Reed and Mama Kyrgios. They don't want to show any signs to Nick of stress.
Please.
Just lost his rhythm. Just 2 first serves
Nadal.
in this game. Tell you what, he needs one desperately now, does the Australian.
Again, Nadal.
He's back in it. And the 2013 champion has them on their feet.
What a reaction. Whenever this guy plays, he empties his tank. That is undeniable.
5 games
He
off.
does it for his fans every time.
Traction was good. Mr. Nadal is sharing the goal on the right, near sideline. The ball was called in.
It was right there below the watchful gaze of the chair umpire. Made the call to overrule.
Call stands.
Best vantage point there is.
Good overall.
Replay the point.
I wasn't happy. I don't know if he was convinced it was wide or he just felt that he had such a good look at that forehand down the line. He didn't want the ball to be called out.
Oh, goodness. How many of those were flirting with the line?
It's unbelievable.
Love 15. Mr.
That
Nadal
one
has
there.
2 challenges remaining.
Finishing one. Finds the fat width of the white.
Love 30.
Inexplicable. again. Can't believe he's missing.
Silence 14.
It's the margin of the miss here that I think is so disturbing to Rafa.
The unraveling of Nadal after such a poignant return to get to even footing. And Kyrgios will have one more try. Well, there's no doubt who the crowd wants to pull through here. A disgusted Rafael Nadal has enjoyed the support of late because the crowd wants this to go 3 sets. Nick Kyrgios voicing his concerns about noise coming from the crowd during the sit-down.
Between his first and second serve.
Indeed. So first serve would be optimum. Second chance to serve for a spot in the semifinals against Federer. His point for those who weren't with us, Robbie, was that he thought between points when he missed a first serve, people were whistling, catcalling, making noise. He said they're not doing that when Rafa's up there.
Yep. But asking Damien then to silence them immediately so he can get on and play. I love the way he took that backhand on. Little shorts and stepping into the court. Giving Kyrgios a taste of his own medicine there with exceptional depth. Breaking in the previous game when he was walking towards his chair, Kyrgios kept telling his corner every point from here on in.
Matching Nadal with physicality and coming up with the goods.
Ridiculous.
15.
That was.
Now, can he deliver on match point number 4? Double faulted on the previous effort to seal the deal. And the final blow is delivered as Nick Kyrgios knocks Rafael Nadal out in Cincinnati. The top seed is told to pack up his belongings and head for New York. He may soon return to number 1, but the night belongs to the top gun from Australia. As the milestone victory for Nick Kyrgios, ATP Tour win number 100 comes in a 6-2, 7-5 win. And he's off to the semifinals.
Well, Nadal certainly wasn't on top of his game today in general. He struggled early on against Ramos Vinolas, but you can't struggle against Nick Kyrgios. off to a bad start and was playing catch-up the whole time. Kyrgios, such a good front runner. He ran home the advantage.
There's no question that Nadal was not at the top of his game. Remember, both players playing their second match of the day. Nadal a full match against Ramos Vinolas earlier today. Kyrgios resumption of his match in the opening set against Karlovic. But when they got out of the blocks, Kyrgios was sprinting, and a tremendous nod of sportsmanship and recognition, not only for the Spaniard across the net, for the people afflicted by the tragedy in Barcelona the last few days. And Nick, for all that he gets for the attention negatively off the court, showing he's truly a good guy. And today, what a poised performance.